Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about why your clothing brand is failing. So I get a lot of people, I actually got one person today who DM'd me like a picture of a t-shirt that they had been working on, or two t-shirts, and it basically was just a black t-shirt, and on it just said Hidden Spectrum, like I think in rainbow, just said Hidden Spectrum in rainbow. He was like, what do you think? And I was like, bro, it's whack, like it's so uninteresting, who cares? A lot, like, you guys have to realize, if you're trying to make a brand, there is literally millions, like 10 million other little Instagram brands on Instagram that are trying to do the same thing as you. There's only a few ways you're going to overcome it. So first of all, let's talk about what could be going wrong. Okay, so number one, uninteresting designs. You're basically just putting the little, name of your brand on there, or maybe you're like getting a little wild with it and putting like a skull or something, or like a devil or a 666, like all this like, do you really care about that kind of stuff? Like, or are you just trying to do it to appeal to people and look cool, like with skulls and scary shit? Like, no one cares. You have to care. You have to care when you're making your designs. They have to be interesting to you. It has to be something special to you that you can relate to. Not just, what is another person going to think looks cool? If it really is really important to you, then it'll, really appeal to other people. Okay, so the next thing is a lack of culture. So basically what I mean by this is you don't know anything about what's going on or what's happened in the past regarding t-shirts, regarding clothing brands, like you might not know about like fashion, Raf Simons, Rick Owens, all of these brands, and that's okay, like, because there's a lot to know, but like it's very evident when it's just a random kid making a random t-shirt versus when it's someone who really knows what they're talking about making a t-shirt. You can tell the difference. So don't get like discouraged. Don't be hard on yourself for anything if you're any of these, because I was too. I had probably the shittiest clothing brand that's ever existed. It was called Faceless, and basically the design on it was just like the silhouette of a face a bunch of times, and it was really whack, and I was just trying to do it for money, and I didn't care about it, so that didn't work. But then what happened with that is I basically canceled it, and I was like, this isn't gonna work, like I can't just not make clothes. So that's when Reno happened, but only after I failed first with Faceless could Reno be a thing, and I realized what I did wrong, and now I'm gonna talk about some of the shit that I did wrong. Okay, half-assing it. Basically, you're only doing it for money, you're doing it for some kind of reason, you're not crazy passionate about it, you don't want it bad. You have to want it like so bad, like there's millions of other people, I can't even stress this enough, there's so many other people trying to do what you're doing. You have to outdo them, you have to outwork them, you have to care about it way more than them. And it's not that hard, honestly, because 95 to 99% of those people don't actually give a fuck about it. Okay, so next thing, not marketing. You need to learn how to market. Otherwise, who's buying your stuff? Only friends and family. If you know how to market, you can get the entirety of Instagram to buy your shirt if you're good enough at it. This is the next thing, you're getting too caught up in details. So an example of this is I see a lot of these little clothing brands with 100 followers or something like that, like taking these professional ass photos wearing their shirts with like a model and everything, with like a like perfectly planned outfit, it's not that serious. Like, if the shirt's ugly, the best fit in the world is not gonna save it. If the shirt's cool, it doesn't even matter. You could just put a picture of the shirt with no model necessary, just a picture of the cool ass shirt, and people are gonna buy it. You know, photos, they don't really matter. I never have taken photos for my brand ever. Okay. And then the last thing that you might be doing wrong is trying to cater to people. I already kind of touched on this. You're not really putting everything into it. You're just kind of trying to get something out of it and give as little as possible. You have to give a lot. Be a little vulnerable. You know, people really can relate to that and really like that. So those are the main things. Uninteresting designs, lack of culture, half-assing it, not marketing correctly, getting too caught up in details, and trying to cater. Okay, so now, here is what you can do. First of all, this, overshadows everything. Everything falls under this. Go hard as fuck. Go hard as fuck. Like, give up your free time. Stop playing video games. Maybe don't, take naps and shit, wasting time shit. Just put everything into this. Everything. You need to go so hard. Like I said, this is what's going to put you above the rest, because those other people, they're not going that hard. They're going maybe a little. And you right now maybe are probably going a little, but you're not putting everything into it. And if you're not putting everything into it, you might as well put nothing into it. Okay. Next thing, study the history of clothing. Study the best t-shirts ever. Definitely look into Virgil Abloh, his t-shirts, his philosophy on t-shirts and stuff like that. Look into fashion and runway shows, stuff like that, weird Mason Margiela pieces, things like that. Things that are really just so weird. College shirts, all the different genres of shirts. I really like looking at vintage sites, so I'll look at Depop or something like that and see what they did in the vintage shirts that made them so cool. You know how everyone loves vintage shirts? There's just something so cool about it. I really study what exactly is that. Okay, so that's one thing. Next is market yourself. Learn how to market. If you are into reading, you should definitely read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's one of the best marketing books ever. And then just keep looking it up online and learning about it. There's YouTube videos on it. There's tons of stuff. I'm going to be definitely making more YouTube videos about that. Next is learn about business. That's just another thing you need to learn about. Learn about how other people did it, how other people made it happen. That way you can do it too. Develop your brand. So basically, the thing that I see a lot of brands doing is making merch instead of an actual fashion product. So it's what I consider merch is a name, just a name, and not really a design. If I wanted to buy some Travis Scott merch, I would be totally okay if it was literally just a black t-shirt and it said Travis Scott on it. Because that's all I'm looking for. I just want to support him. I just want to show that I like this person. If you got a fucking little brand with 100 followers, who cares? Who wants to wear a shirt with your brand name on it? It means nothing to anybody yet. So you need to develop that first. And then, once you get to a certain level of size of, following, and people start knowing about you, then it becomes cool to just wear a shirt that says your name really small, and people know what's up. Right now, if you put, Sad, Dead, Society, 666, Satan on your shirt, no one is going to know what that means. Everyone's just going to think you're a freak. Until, you build it. And you have to build it up high. Okay. And the last thing you have to do is not give a fuck about anyone else. You have to be doing this for yourself. If you're not doing it for yourself, literally, please do not even bother. You're wasting your time. You're possibly wasting other people's time, but, mainly you're wasting your own, because it's not really going to go anywhere. It's probably not even going to make you that much money. And you would just be better off doing something you're passionate about. You could make way more money with it, and you could have a lot more fun. So, if you know, if you're passionate about something. That's the main things. That's what I've learned. With Reno, you guys have seen some of my designs, like that one t-shirt with everything on it. You have to put so much into it at first. So much. Like, you have to give everything. You have to give up all your time and just, like, eat shit and go hard. That one shirt, that shit has, like, I think probably, like, 11 designs on it total. Maybe 12 or something like that. That t-shirt alone probably took me, like, 200 hours to make. Just to create the designs for. And then, I packed and shipped everything myself. Like, you got to do everything yourself. You just have to not care. You just have to, like let the love of the design and the process kind of just manifest itself onto the shirt, whatever it is. Create a cool design. I don't want to see any more of these designs with skulls and flowers and whatever. It's oversaturated. No one cares. If someone wants that shirt, they'll get it, but from a cooler brand, not from you. Unless they're your best friend or your family or something like that. You know that you're on the right path when someone that has never ever met you in real life is buying your stuff. And if that's not happening, maybe you need to work on it a little bit. A great thing to do is just build your brand. And then you could literally sell a white t-shirt and they'll buy it from you. So that's the main things. If you guys have any questions about that, if you want me to look at your stuff, DM me. I'm always, down to give feedback. Not going to sugarcoat anything, of course. And I hope you guys the best of luck for that. I also wanted to say, just thank you guys, all the people that are watching the channel. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's just been, I feel like doing really well for just starting. And I'm glad, you guys have faith in me that I'm going to create good stuff. I appreciate it. I also wanted to say, sleep is really important. 1 hour extra of sleep or 1 hour deprived of sleep can kind of tell you your whole day. That's why I'm kind of speaking in the most weird of phrases right now. Because I'm sleep deprived. So go to sleep on time. That's the lesson of the day. And I want you guys to comment. Comment what you thought of the video, if it helped. If it didn't help, what could I have touched on? And also give me ideas for more videos. Because I have a list going. It's a fire list. But I need more. I need more ideas. Anything you guys want, I'll put it on the list. And I'll talk about it. Because it's just me talking about it. I'm willing to talk about anything. So, yeah. Like the video, please. Share the video. If you don't even have a brand and you know someone with kind of a little lame of a brand, just send this to them. It's going to help them, immensely, I think. And if it helped you, please let me know. That's all I could say. As I learn more, I'll share more. Thank you. Love you. Have a good day. Have a great night. Evening. Whatever time it is. Follow me on Instagram. Reno Stews. Follow me on Twitter. Reno Studios. Okay. Bye.